What?
What?
What the hell is this?
Harumph. I didn't get a harumph out of that guy.
Give the governor harumph.
Harumph!
You watch your ass.
I see you shiver with anticipation.
Let the show begin.
Hey everybody, this is David Heretic coming at you with another edition of Reactions, Reviews, and Rants. And tonight, all right, we're coming back to Lindsey Stirling. Yes, indeed. Lindsey Stirling fans, feeling you. Come on now. Here we go. Before we go any further, for those of you who are feeling inclined to doing all of the clicks and the likes and the bibbidi-boobidi bob, do me a favor before you do all that stuff. Please watch the whole video first, okay? Give me a chance to actually earn those clicks and likes. Now, after the video's done, if you still feel like doing all those clicks and likes, then by all means, feel free to click away. This comes as a request from Ian Franks, and Ian wanted to see me react to this song by Lindsey Stirling called Love Goes On. Oh dear Lord, please don't let this be a ballad. Please. Please don't let this be a ballad. With a title like that though, I have a feeling we're going into the ballad world.
Ew! Sentimental drivel poop!
Now, have I heard the song before? No, I have not. To the best of my knowledge, this does not resonate with me in any way, shape, or form. However, there's always a possibility I may have heard the song in passing and I just don't realize it. So as always, if I start listening to the song and I suddenly go, wait a second, hold it, I recognize this song, I'll let you know.
That's the truth.
You know me, I'm going to be honest with you guys. This was posted by Lindsey Stirling, shocking, and the video has 532,000 views. It'll get you there. Other than that, there's really nothing else left to say. Link to the original video will be down below in the video description for your viewing pleasure at your leisure. Let's get started. What do you say? Are you ready? Are you ready? Because here we go. All right, here we go. Love Goes On and On. When Ian made the request, he just said the song was called Love Goes On. Featuring Amy Lee from Evanescence. That's nice. No mention of Lindsey Stirling whatsoever. Ladies and gentlemen, I have questions. Says Artemis up here. Is that the name of the band? I am very, very confused already. Wait, hold on. This might be the title of an album. I see an LS down here. That might be Lindsey Stirling. I don't know. Look, this is the link I was given, okay? This is the link that Ian gave me when he made the request. So if we're not in the right spot, don't blame me, blame Ian. I hope we're in the right spot. All right, let's do this.
All right, boy, let's do this. There's an old familiar sight.
I have mixed feelings. The violin playing sounds fine. I got no issue with the violin playing whatsoever. It sounds really well done. Amelia's vocals on this, nice addition. Really nice addition. I like what she's doing with her vocals too during this introduction period. Number one, my first big issue is that intro was just way too long. They could have cut that intro in half, and it would have been, honestly, I think it would have been more effective. I found myself becoming more and more disinterested with the intro because it just kept going on and on and on and on. That's number one. Number two, I understand Lindsey Stirling's style. I get it. I've done a number of reactions to her now, and I was expecting when the drums kicked in that they'd be very digital sounding. When the other instrumentation kicked in, the supporting instrumentation, I knew it was going to be very digital sounding. Having said that, what she did with the programming, especially the subdivision work, it's overpowering. It's becoming the focus. It's taking away from the violin playing and the vocal work. It's becoming the center of attention. And listen, if you want to take the violin out and the vocals out and you want all the attention to be on it, then that's fine. That's totally fine. But I don't understand why you would do that, A, to a guest vocalist, and B, why in the world you would do that to yourself as a violin player. I don't understand that. I am not thrilled with that programming at all. It's not doing the job that it should be doing. So, let's keep going here. Hopefully it improves. Hopefully it improves.
There's an old familiar silence when I'm lost inside my heart. I can't hear the voice inside me, so I look up to the stars.
This is better. I kind of like that vocal line. There were things I liked, there were things I loved, and then there was things I could not stand. Boy. I'm not sure how this is going to translate to a score, ladies and gentlemen. I have no clue. I need to think about this. It's going to be a tough one. Let me get my thoughts together. I'll see you in the review, and we'll talk about it. Well, there you go, folks. That was Lindsey Stirling featuring Amy Lee, as I found out after I looked at the title of the video, with a tune entitled Love Goes On. I believe it's actually Love Goes On and On. I just have Love Goes On here on the request. This was a request by Ian Franks. Okay, there's not a lot to talk about, but it's funny how the three things we're going to talk about are what's going to be affecting the score. And there really is just three things to discuss here, so let's get to it. On a scale of 1 to 10, oh boy, brace yourselves, folks. I'm going to give that a 6.6. Yep, 6.6. I feel good about that score. Let me tell you why.
Why?
Okay, I know that's not the score that Lindsey Stirling fans were really hoping for, but I promise you, I have my reasons, okay? Let's start off with the 6.6. What does that actually mean? Well, contrary to a lot of popular belief, it's not a bad score. It's actually a pretty good scale rating. So overall, I think this was a pretty good song, okay? It would also get 3 out of 5 stars and a B letter grade. Yeah, B as in boy. So yeah, there you go, a 6.6, pretty good scale rating, 3 out of 5 stars and a B letter grade. See, it's not as bad as you thought. Now, how did I come up with that score? So glad you asked. This came down to 3 factors. Number 1, Lindsey Stirling, her violin playing, really nice as always. You know, I kind of expect that from her. I know she's a phenomenal violinist, and her playing it's demonstrated here. Okay, I've heard more impressive playing from her in other songs that she's done, but everything that she played within this song fit the context of the song. So I have no complaints about her violin playing, okay? I think her violin playing was just fine. She did a really good job with it. As a matter of fact, I might even go as far as to say her violin playing was great in this. I might, but I'm not 100% sure about that. Factor number 2, Amy Lee doing the vocals on this. Honestly, and I know I'm gonna upset some people when I say this, honestly, I think her vocals single-handedly saved this song.
Son, you're on your own.
I think Amy Lee's vocals were the highlight of this song. I know it's a Lindsey Stirling song, I get it, but if I'm being honest, I really dug Amy Lee's vocals on this.
You can't say that! He can't say that! Pascal, down, heel.
They really added a lot to the song. They kept the song up in the positives. And I think she was a great contributing factor. Some great melodic lines that she was coming up with to complement the harmonic lines and counter melodic lines that Lindsey Stirling was coming up with. One of the factors I think that really added to that is the fact that Amy Lee did take the main melodic lines, with Lindsey Stirling letting her do it while she supported her with counter melodic lines. I think that was a really good decision. I tried to imagine, what if they flipped it? What if they had Lindsey Stirling doing the main melodic lines and letting Amy Lee singing the counter melodic lines? I don't think it would have been anywhere near as effective. I don't think it would have been anywhere near as pleasing to the ear as that was. No, she single-handedly, Amy Lee absolutely was the star of the show here, without question, at least in my opinion. And from my objective standpoint, looking at this objectively, her voice really did the song justice. So, yeah, I absolutely dug what Amy Lee did. Now, here comes the not so good part. The track. Listen, I am not a stranger to Lindsey Stirling. I've heard several songs from her on the channel. I know what she's about. I know what she does. I'm not saying the track was bad. Okay, I'm not saying that. The instrumentation that she selected was fine. The drum tones that she picked, the drum voicings that she picked were fine. My issue was the execution. In particular, within those drums, the subdivision work that she came up with. If this was an instrumental track without Lindsey Stirling, without Amy Lee, let's just say this was a backing track on its own, and we had all those subdivisions going on there, I think that would have been great, because that would have been the lead. All the drums would have been taking the lead on that. But let's be honest here. When you have a track going like this, to support the violin playing and the vocals, do you really need the drums to take the lead like it did during the process and during the performance of this song? The answer, very simply, no. Because all that subdivision work going on, all the flashy subdivision work that was going on within the drums, it stole the spotlight away from Amy Lee and from Lindsey Stirling. It became the star of the show. What should be the star of the show? Lindsey and Amy, not the track. And I know people are like, well, that's you dropped all the way down to a 6.6 because of that. Yes, I did. Because the track is literally a third of the presentation. You got Lindsey, you got Amy, and you have the track. And the track is literally a third of what was going on. And unfortunately, that track wrecked the song. It not only that was played, but the mix as well. The track was up in the mix. There were times where the track felt like it started to bury Amy and it started to bury Lindsey. And I'm like, ooh, that's not good. That's not good when your lead player and your guest vocalist are both getting buried by your track, your programmed track that you have 100% control over in the mixing booth, in the engineering, in the post-production.
Apologize!
That's how I'm justifying bringing that score down. If we had gotten rid of all the crazy subdivisions and made it a little more simplistic, and if we had made the mix a little more pleasing, a little more balanced with Lindsey and Amy coming over the top, being the louder voicings, this very easily could have been up in the 8s. Easily in the 8s. An argument could even be made 9s, low 9s, very low 9s, like 9.0, maybe 9.1. That argument could be made, but unfortunately, because of the execution and the mix and what was happening within that program track, I don't feel comfortable doing it, man. I don't. We're still not in the negatives. We're not under 5. We're in the positives, but that track really wrecked the song, man. I'm sorry. I didn't dig it. I did not dig the track work at all. I loved everything Amy did. I loved and I enjoyed everything Lindsey did. But that track, man, just wrecked it for me. So that's how I'm coming up with a 6.6. I feel good with that score, and that's where we're going to stay. So let's wrap everything up here in a nice shiny bow, shall we? We have a 6.6, which is a pretty good scale rating, 3 out of 5 stars, and a B letter grade. Take your pick. I don't care. Whichever one of those floats your boat. Final word, final score, I have spoken. Well, that's going to do it for this edition of Reactions, Reviews, and Rants. Hope you all enjoyed the show. Hopefully I was able to entertain you. If I was able to put a smile on your face and brighten your day, I did my job, and I'm so glad I could do it. If you guys feel like joining the fan base, go ahead and click on that button down there. If you guys want to like the video, go ahead and like the video. If you guys want to ring the bell, go ahead and ring the bell. It honestly doesn't make any difference at all to me, but if you guys feel like doing these things, well then by all means, feel free to do so. Well, that's going to do it for the night, folks. Thank you very much for watching, and as always, this is David Heretic signing off, reminding you to stay fabulous and support each other. Later. Peace.